Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, I'm Courtney Ryan, and today I have two TikToks I want to show you, and I think they are polar opposites, but really do a good job showing when women take accountability versus when they don't. I was on TikTok the other day, I think it was last night actually, and I came across this one TikTok that I'm going to show you first, and I have a lot I want to say about it, but I want to play it first for you guys so you can, obviously understand what I'm talking about. So I'm going to play this really quick.
I'm honestly not even embarrassed that I look like this or that I'm doing this right now. Or if it makes me look crazy, whatever. I don't give a fuck anymore, honestly. Do not date a woman for 3 months. And I use that term loosely, date, because he never took me on a date or even planned one in the house. Mr. Anxiety. Do not date a woman for 3 months. Fuck her. Lead her to believe you want a relationship, literally spend a whole entire week with her, and then ghost her for 4 days and dump her and then tell her it's just because you don't have romantic feelings for her. Why? What the fuck?
Okay, so where do I even begin with this one? Number one, I would advise all of you, I really want to say this in the most graceful, respectful way possible because it's clear that she's very upset in this video. I would highly encourage all of you guys and girls. The internet is a dangerous place. And if you're very emotional or upset in a moment, the worst thing you can do is come online and act that out, right? And post it on TikTok or post it on the internet. When you're emotional, when your emotions are heightened, you want to sit with yourself for a minute. Get yourself together, cool down, calm down before you go to the internet. So that would be my first little tip of advice for all of you. And of course, it's her life, not mine. So that would just be my advice to like a little brother or sister if I had one. Okay, so that's just me being honest. Number two, you are not entitled to someone or something, right? Even if they did things for you, even if you did things for them. It sounds pretty clear to me that throughout the entire thing, she said that he never even took her on a date. So it sounds to me like she was blinded by the fact that she really wanted this person to like her, and it was clear that they didn't want anything more from her than just maybe something casual. And I do think that this is a huge problem with dating nowadays. I don't think that casual hookups or, casual sex with, sleeping with the world is good for anyone. I think it can be very detrimental, especially to women's mental health. I'm not trying to say that women shouldn't be allowed to do the things that men do, but I'm saying I think society has really misled us on how that affects us. And it's clear that it doesn't affect us in a positive way. Just from this video, it's pretty obvious. So another thing to understand is that just because someone dates you for a couple months does not mean that you are entitled to a relationship with them. It doesn't matter what they said, it doesn't matter what they did, and it sounds to me like, he maybe said one thing and did another. So that's why it's so important to look at someone's actions versus their words, because you are what you do, not what you say you'll do. So maybe he said, I can't wait to marry you one day, but he didn't even take you on a date or become exclusive with you or, say that you were in a relationship, So you really want to watch what someone does and not what they say, because I think if this girl would have done that, she wouldn't be crying on TikTok. The next thing I want to say is just because you hang out with someone for 3 months or spend a week with them does not mean that they owe you a relationship. Does not mean that they're going to feel the same way about you 3 months later or 6 months later as they did in the beginning. This is why people break up. This is just like common sense. If things aren't going well or you don't see a future with that person or you aren't romantically interested in that person, you break up. Should he have ghosted her? No. He should have been honest about his intentions and how he was feeling before he ghosted her. Don't ghost people, especially if you've been seeing them for this long. Just be honest about how you're feeling. People can end things with you, and that's okay. You're not entitled to someone's entire life. You're not entitled to a relationship with them. And unfortunately, if they don't feel the same way about you, you shouldn't want to be with them anyway. And it's okay that they break up with you. That's just a part of life. You're not tied to one person forever or entitled to a relationship with them just because you hung out for 3 months and spent a week together. And I know that seems harsh and I know it probably sounds that way, but it's something that I feel like a lot of us have been through. And I think a lot of people have a hard time understanding that sometimes things just don't work out. And that's the way it was. He could be a great guy, just not great for her. She could be a great girl and just not great for him. Sometimes it just doesn't work out with people, and that's okay. It's very normal. And again, the most important thing here is to see the actions and not the words. Because if she would have seen He didn't ever take her on a date. They were never exclusive. He just slept with her. A lot of people are doing that these days. And if you don't want to be in a relationship like that, you have to see that going in and be able to see those red flags. And they might not be red flags to some of you. Some of you might be okay with a casual hookup type relationship, but it's clear that this girl wasn't, and she wanted a relationship, and she probably thought that she could change him. What you see is what you get. Watch their actions, not their words. Understand that you are not entitled to something just because someone spent a week with you or 3 months with you, is my main takeaway from this one. I feel like a lot of people have a hard time understanding sometimes things don't work out. That's life. You've been Oh my God, it's so refreshing to see someone see what they did wrong, right? So the song goes on to say, he betrayed me, but then it said he was a hoe, he was a known hoe, my friends warned me, and it said something else, I forget. Okay, it says, he was a hoe, everyone warned me, and I thought I could change him, which sadly is a situation I think a lot of people find themselves in. They go for someone knowing exactly who they are, but they ignore those red flags because they are blinded by love. They want to see the potential of this person versus what is actually in front of them. And that's, again, why I say, see what is in front of you, watch their actions, not what they say, and be able to see these red flags. Because if you cannot see red flags, you will end up in a miserable relationship, unable to walk away because you don't respect yourself, and you want things to work out so bad that you're willing to ignore all your deal breakers and things that you don't like about someone in order to make it work. I've been there. It was horrible. I would never want to go back to that. It's like a dumb mistake we all make when we're 16. Maybe not all of you. Maybe some of you outsmarted the system, okay? But it's just nice to see someone who realizes, like, he didn't betray you. You just didn't see what was in front of you. I think so many people have such a hard time understanding that they got themselves in a situation. Everything you do comes with a consequence, whether it's a good or a bad one. Sometimes things work out, but you can't go into a relationship, and you shouldn't go into a relationship thinking, I can change this person, or maybe they'll be different for me, or maybe things will work out different this time. No, see what is in front of you, not what you want it to be, and all this can be avoided. I mean, even looking back at myself. So, wow, this actually, the most recent video I showed you is actually becoming a trend on TikTok, and I think more girls are posting about it, and I hope that this helps other women see, like, we get ourselves in these situations sometimes. You can't expect someone to change. You can't expect someone to do for you what you would do for them. It's just not the way the world works, unfortunately. But you will be okay if you are able to remove yourself and walk away from things that are no longer benefiting you. If someone doesn't respect you, okay, then I'll be with someone who does. And I respect myself enough to walk away from you. A simple concept that sadly I think a lot of people learn too late in life, or very late in life, and by the time they already get to that point, a lot of good men are married, or a lot of men have been, screwed over by so many women that they don't even want to date people anymore. I see a lot of that in my comment section too. And the reason why I wanted to highlight both of these videos is because they're polar opposite. One is a woman who is playing the victim and pointing fingers, and one is a woman who's taking accountability for the fact that she got herself in that situation. Does it make it okay that someone treats you poorly? Absolutely not. But you can't control other people. You can only control yourself and how you respond and react to that. So that's something to keep in mind as well. So guys, if you liked this video or found it helpful, be sure to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel to be in the loop for when I release new content. I would love to hear what you guys think of these videos down below. I don't know about you, but it was just really refreshing for me to see someone be able to recognize the areas where they fell short as well, and take accountability for the fact that, they went in thinking that they could change somebody, or they went in for the wrong reasons. So would love to hear from all of you guys down below. If you haven't already, be sure to follow me on Instagram at Courtney Christine Ryan. I love connecting with all of you guys on there as well. As always, thank you all so much for watching, and I will see you all next time.